the teacher. So the study of jurisprudence is the basic thing without which we can do nothing. As for simile, as example, I would like to draw your attention. Suppose the doctors prescribe you are not healthy, so take certain, and he prescribes you vitamins. You purchase vitamin B complex and other vitamins, C, D, so many vitamins are there, calciums, and you take every day. Can you be healthy? Unless and until you take the bread, the chapati, the roti, dal and sabji, without which nothing is there. So many people in our country, 80% people take daily diet, roti, chawal, dal, whatever, the basic things, and they are healthy. Seldom they go to the doctors and doctors prescribe vitamin C and D. But we the people, as we are, that middle class people or the higher class people or the salary holders and professionals, they seldom go to the doctors for checkup. And doctors prescribe this pathological check, this check. A lot of time your sugar is improved or it has increased. So lipid profile, so many things are there. And we have to suffer. We take medicines in order to keep us healthy. See that, despite that, what happens? So many hospitals, so many doctors, so many surgeons, a lot of people are ill. What is the reason behind? The thing is that earlier, our ancestors, they used to take balanced diet, the basic things. At the same time, they used to do yoga, exercise, or they used to walk on foot. Walk, generally, and they were healthy. So if we can make ourselves healthy with the basic things, so likewise, in our professional practices, either be a teacher or be a lawyer or be a jurist, what is the basic things that we should maintain? And that is the study of jurisprudence. Generally, once when I had joined this legal profession and I was allotted to teach jurisprudence, then one teacher who was earlier teaching that subject asked me, what is the use of jurisprudence in legal profession? No use at all. We argue before the court, we argue the magistrate, and the magistrate gives us bail or some relief. So there is no use of jurisprudence. I tried to convince him, but he said, you are just a new born babe. What can you tell me? I am now going to retire. So I begged apology, sir, you are so senior, you are my teacher, and I cannot convince you. Perhaps it is my fault that I am unable to convince you, or it may be your ego, that you are not ready to listen. So thing is that there must be a conversation. A teacher is trying to converse with you, conference with you, dialogue with you, and if you are not ready to listen, can the teacher convince you? Or if the teacher is not ready to take up your questions or queries your doubts, can you be satisfied? Both will be empty. Therefore, from the early days, when I started reading this jurisprudence, what helped me, as sir has given my introduction, just humbly I say that I was a student of MA in English literature, and I read thoroughly, and in those days I passed MA when the results were few. We were used to see from bottom, whether my roll number is there or not. In graduation even, in 80s, 70s, it was difficult to see. Nowadays people see, am I first class or not? But earlier, we were looking from the bottom. Third class, my roll number is not. Am I fail? Second class, no. Don't see first class because I have still not been. So In this way, we used to see the results. Now it is reversed. Okay. So in those days, I am a son of a farmer. Nobody in my village, even in my family, 2-3 people are educated, and still in my village, people are earning money. Businessmen, everybody has a farm, land, but very few people have inclination towards this learning. Because you know very well that if you go on learning, you have to invest your time, mind, energy. A long time is required for professional development. Either you be a teacher or a professor or a judges or anything, anywhere you go, practitioner, it takes time. And you require patience. You require hard work. You require the conversation with your seniors, your teachers continuously. You have to observe, and at that period you have nothing. And you see that your friend, he is doing some business and he is very good, affluent. He has motor car, he has motorcycle, he has good building. So you feel, oh, better, he is better, I am not. So the patience is required. But I read the subject thoroughly and that's why I could pass. One point of my success was that I read the text thoroughly, word by word, line by line. Not one time, 2-3 times. And I used to take the help of my senior student, senior classmate. I was in 5th year, then I used to talk to 6th year student. I used to talk to the pass out students. I used to go to my teacher. Sir, would you like to discuss? I used to write answer and show them. Sir, is it correct? How can I improve? And this hard work brought me success for first time, one time. And many people who were millionaires' son were failed. Only out of the 60 students, 8 students were class 2, no first class. And I was one among them. I can say proudly. Yes, I was one. What was the reason? It was not that I was too intelligent. Others were not intelligent. I do respect with my friend. But the thing is that I could read thoroughly. And in that reading, as you see, you know very well that literature is a mirror of society. Sahitya Samaj ka darpan. Literature is the mirror of society. So, I could see what is happening in the society. Why are so many disputes? Because the author, what is the crux of the theme of the subject? Suppose you might have read one common story, Premchand, Panch Parmeshwar. Have you read? How many of you have read? कितने लोगों ने पंच परमेश्वर पढ़ा है प्रेमचंद का? एक और कोई मेरे दोस्त? No. Please read it. A very simple story of society, and you will find arbitration there. Nowadays, Lok Adalat is there. You might be knowing Lok Adalat, NALSA, National Authority Services, okay, BALSA or UP also. So many states. Act is there. NALSA Act is there. So what is that? Panch Parmeshwar. Nowadays the courts say, and even section 90 of the Civil Procedure Code also talks about the arbitration. CPC, arbitration, mediation, conciliation. In labor laws you will find that this is the process. And while there are little cases in the labor courts, if you go to the labor court, it is deserted. When I am the pass out from TNB Law College, Bhagalpur, so once I went to the labor court for the journal labor law reports. It is published from Chennai, Madras. So I found that there was no advocate, no client, and I went to the chamber and requested judge. I introduced myself. I was a student of LLM at that time. Sir, have you here labor law reports? I want to read because my specialization paper in LLM were 2:1. One was criminology and other was labor law. So I wanted to read and I wanted to know from the labor judges. And you know very well that how labor judges are appointed. Those who are the senior most judges, they are appointed. Senior district judges are appointed as labor court, judges. He told, sir, I have not heard. With due apology, he told, I have not heard. Is this the report? I was surprised. And then I found one lawyer, he was in dhoti clad, dhoti kurta. Generally, you know that lawyers are in pant suit and their dress code is different, as he is in dress code. So I requested folded hand, I offered him his my regards and said, sir, have you read? Oh, you are talking about these things. Nobody knows. We are doing, nobody comes here, the labor do not come for cases against the employer, and this is deserted. Sir, what are the so many decisions of the Supreme Court, High Court, this court, tribunals? See that. Then he convinced me. One benefit I got. Have you read section 10 of the Industrial Dispute Act? Yes, sir, I have read. What is the provision? That the government will refer the case to the labor court and then the labor court will take up. Yes, sir. And what is before that? Before it is arbitration, conciliation, mediation. So if the dispute between the employer and the employee is settled with that, then it is better. So let the case, minimal cases go to the labor court. Otherwise, there will be so much disputing between the employer and the employee, and there will be no solution at all. No industrial development, no economic development, no social development. So that's why, see, here is a jurisprudence. This philosophy is jurisprudence, and the tip I got from that lawyer. I thank him, sir, you have given me the one tip, which my teacher or which I could not have got. So I got this point, jurisprudence. So the thing is that, again I am telling you, Panch Parmeshwar, do read literature. You will find there, and if you are a 5 years law student, you might have a law and literature. Law and literature one paper you have. Yes sir, law literature एक पेपर जरूर होगा. Legal language होगा. Legal language and communication skill ये जरूर होगा. 5 years course में, and that includes in first semester it is taught legal language and communication skill, and in second semester law and literature. Law and literature, and literature does not mean only English. Literature includes anything, everything. And if you see the definition of literature, you will see that literature, anything expressed in words is literature. Anything expressed in words, that is literature. So even your physics book is literature. Chemistry book is literature. You cannot say that physics, chemistry is not literature. Literature does not mean poetry, prose and drama only. Your law book is a literature. Your sociology, chemistry, history, physics, geography, everything is literature. So literature, people generally misconceive that Hindi, English, Urdu, Bangla, this is literature. Okay? Literature is everything. So, law and literature and language. Why these papers have been included in the study of law? What is the reason? Whether the curriculum designers are biased, whether the curriculum designers are fool, why have they, or whether this topic, this subject has significance and correlated with the jurisprudence. What is there? We will see that yes, it has a correlation, it has a significance. See that I am taking you just from Premchand Panch Parmeshwar. If you have read, can you tell the story in a few minutes? आप कहानी कर सकते हैं, उसका कुछ साथ याद है? एक हिंदी में बता देता हूँ. पंच परमेश्वर टाइटिल. दूसरी इनकी कहानी है प्रेमचंद की पंचलाइट. पंचलाइट. आप पढ़ें उसको. You go on reading, you will enjoy and you will find the law there. That law is known as law in literature. Understood? The law in the text is known as law in literature. What does it mean? Law in literature means the authors conceive something, certain disputes how to resolve. They are not the maker of law. They are not the legislature, but they are to provide their opinion, their ideas, and through the characters, through the situations, through the common dialogue of the common people, they resolve certain issues. 2 मिनट में मैं एक कहानी बताता हूँ और and you will appreciate the jurisprudence. The mechanism there. What is jurisprudence? First we should see. Prudence of law. Generally people say. What is jurisprudence? Prudence of law. Prudence means what? Wisdom of law. But wisdom, people generally say, what is wisdom? What is wisdom? This is the question. What is wisdom? Can anyone say? What is wisdom? Wisdom, विवेक. विवेक, नीर, शीर, दूध को और पानी मिक्स करते हैं. हंस उसमें पिएगा तो दूध पी लेगा, पानी छोड़. विवेक, wisdom कहाँ से आता है? From education. But education gives 3 things first. Knowledge, skill, then comes wisdom. First knowledge, second skill. You should note down. You should open your pen and paper so that you can remember, otherwise you will forget. Knowledge, education gives 3 things. Knowledge, skill, wisdom. And what is knowledge? What is knowledge?
Information about it.
How to understand knowledge? Yes, if people say he is an educated person, the moment we see that he is educated, he is postgraduate, he is doctorate, he is graduate, whatever, we have a great respect for him. Why? We think that yes, he has a knowledge. What is knowledge? We do expect, and people expect, that you have a good manner, good behavior, you can have a good understanding of the situations, you can resolve the problem. If there is a dispute in the society and you are an educated person, people come to you, please resolve this. How can it be, this dispute to be resolved? Problem in every houses, you see domestic violence. Problem of so many things in our society. 498A, cruelty against wife, bride burning, dowry. These are the situations. Every society. Either it be lower society or upper society. And you are an educated person, knowledgeable person, people will come to you how to resolve. But what is knowledge? I would like to give you example. आप जानते हो कि आप किसान कितने हैं? आप किसान के बच्चे या किसान कौन हैं जिनके पिताजी खेती करते हैं? आप में से कोई नहीं है. फार्मर, किसान के बेटे हों, आपको गांव में जमीन होगी, आपने बटाई लगा दिया गया होगा, अलग बात है. कितने आपको है? आप समझो, अब तक नहीं समझ पा रहे थे. वो इस फार्मर, किसान.
आप जमीन की बात कह रहे हैं कि जमीन किसकी किसकी है.
अच्छा, तो आपने देखा होगा खेती करते, तो खेती करते देखा होगा. तो खेती, जैसे अभी मानसून का सीजन है, तो क्या करते हैं? कौन सा फसल लगाते हैं? तो कैसे लगाते हैं?
पानी के अंदर.
हाँ, आप बताइए कैसे लगाते हैं, हमको समझा दीजिए.
सर्दियों में बारिश हुआ रहता है, मतलब तो खेतों में मेड़ बना रखते हैं, तो पानी लगा रहता है उसमें. तो उसमें जो सीड्स जो होते हैं ना, ग्रास टाइप सीड्स होते हैं, वो लगाए जाते हैं उसमें. और उसके थ्रू वाटर थ्रू तो वो बढ़ता है.
और कोई बताओ हमारे दोस्त. आप बैठिए, आप बैठिए. और कोई बता सकते हैं? Here, when I am talking and I am trying to interact with you, if you have a confidence, you will raise your hand and you can say something. You can share. This communication and sharing is essential for your upbringing as a student, as a professional. बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं कि उनको है लेकिन हिच है वो कहना नहीं चाहते, कह नहीं पाते। ये हिच टूटना बहुत जरूरी है, अदरवाइज यू विल नॉट बी ए सक्सेसफुल प्रोफेसर और ए टीचर और ए प्रैक्टिशनर, एडवोकेट, यू कैन नॉट बी। आपका हिच टूटना चाहिए। हम थोड़ा, दोनों बंधुओं ने कहा थोड़ा थोड़ा कहा, पूरा नहीं कहा, लेकिन कुछ तो है, कुछ तो कहा। कहना है, अपने को प्रेजेंट करना, प्रेजेंटेशन। मैं एक एक पॉइंट्स बोल रहा हूँ और एक एक बात पर फिर आ जाऊंगा। मैं हिट कर रहा हूँ प्रेजेंटेशन। होता क्या है कि पहले सूखी जमीन है या हल्की नमी है, उसको क्या करते हैं, कल्टीवेट करते हैं, पूरा जुताई करते हैं, इधर हलवेल से या ट्रैक्टर से। उसके बाद क्या करते हैं, उसमें बीज डालते हैं, कंपोस्ट डालते हैं, ताकि वो मिट्टी फर्टाइल हो जाए। ठीक है, सीड डालते हैं, सीड जर्मिनेट होता है, सीडलिंग आता है, जिसको बिचड़ा कहते हैं, मोरी कहते हैं, बहुत सारी जगह अलग अलग नाम है। वो जब 20-21 दिनों का हो जाता है तो फिर क्या करते हैं, उसको उखाड़ करके ऐसी जमीन में डालते हैं जिसकी काफ़ी जुताई भी हो, कंपोस्ट हो, उसमें पानी भी हो, कीचड़ पानी भी हो, और उसमें रोपाई करते हैं। रोपाई के 2-3 दिन के बाद आप देखेंगे कि वो खड़ा हो जाता है, यानी अपने रूट पर स्टैंड कर। पहले तो क्या है, लेकिन 2-3 दिनों के बाद वो स्टैंड। उसके बाद आपने किसान को देखा होगा कि वो खेत में पानी फिर डालते रहता है। पानी जरूरी है, क्योंकि आपने पढ़ा हो विज्ञान, तो आप जानते हैं कि सॉइल से मिनरल्स को प्लांट लेता है, तो किसके थ्रू, वाटर के थ्रू। यदि वाटर ना रहे तो सॉइल में मिनरल है लेकिन वो सूख जाएगा, तो वाटर चाहिए। और उसके साथ साथ आप देखेंगे वाइल्ड बीट्स, जो वाइल्ड ग्रास है वो आ जाते हैं। किसान क्या करता है, उसको निकालता है, वीड आउट करता है। क्यों? क्योंकि यदि उसको ना निकालेंगे तो हमारा जो असली धान का पौधा है वो बढ़ नहीं पाएगा। हम जो फर्टिलाइजर्स डालेंगे वो ले लेगा, इसको नहीं मिलेगा। फिर उसमें क्या करते हैं कि पानी डालते हैं, फर्टिलाइजर्स डालते हैं, हाँ, फिर कीड़े लग जाते हैं तो पेस्टिसाइड डालते हैं, और उसके बाद 3-4 महीने में धान की बाली देखा होगा, और तब किसान खुश हो जाता है। हाँ, फिर हार्वेस्टिंग करता है, वो धान को, ग्रेन को निकाल लेता है, और जो पुआल बचता है, स्ट्रॉ, वो मवेशियों को और अन्य काम के लिए रखता है। वो धान की वाली नॉलेज, दैट इज नॉलेज। इट मीन्स कल्टिवेशन। व्हाट इज कल्टिवेशन? कल्टिवेशन ऑफ द माइंड। हाउ टू कल्टिवेट माइंड? बाय रीडिंग, बाय लिसनिंग, बाय इंटरेक्शन, बाय कम्युनिकेशन, by discussion among your friends and teachers, peers, by presentation of the paper in the seminar, writing papers, reading things. These are nothing but a cultivation of the mind. And when we cultivate, we accumulate, we weed out our errors, demerits, defects, and only thing remains in us, grain of knowledge. We are systematic. So first knowledge, education gives us knowledge. But if you are not cultivating yourself, merely you are getting degree, it is degree, no knowledge at all. And knowledge, then you have a skill how to do the work. What is difference between engineering and physics? Both are sciences. You do BSc, MSc, you have the same knowledge what the engineers have. What is the difference? You have theoretical knowledge, where the engineers also read the same thing, but they read implementation part. So knowledge, then skill, how to do the work. Each of you can say, yes, I can cook. हम खाना बना सकते हैं, yes, I can do it. But the moment you go to the kitchen, enter into the kitchen, you will lose. कभी सॉल्ट ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, कभी हल्दी ज़्यादा हो जाएगी, कभी कुछ हो जाएगा, मिर्च ज़्यादा पड़ जाएगा, कभी पानी ज़्यादा हो जाएगा। खिचड़ी एक सामान्य भोजन है, स्वादिष्ट है, सुपाच्य खिचड़ी। और अभी मैं गया था महाराष्ट्र, वहाँ में एक होटल में, एक साधारण होटल में खाया दाल खिचड़ी। तो उन्होंने कहा कि दाल खिचड़ी एक सर्विस है। हमने कहा कि दाल खिचड़ी क्यों क्यों है? हमने कहा खिचड़ी, दाल खिचड़ी क्यों? दाल खिचड़ी में तो दाल रहता ही है, ये दाल खिचड़ी क्यों? हमने कहा अच्छा ठीक है सर्व कर दो। उस तरह का दाल खिचड़ी आज तक मैंने इंडिया में कहीं नहीं खाया, घर में भी नहीं। कमाल का बनाते कैसे हो भाई? दैट इज स्किल। अब वो एक दिन में नहीं होगा, वो थियरी बोल दिया हमको समझ नहीं है। आई हैव टू लर्न बाय डूइंग। आप जनरली देखते हैं कि बेटियां जो होती हैं वो खाना बनाने में सीख जाती हैं, क्यों? माँ के साथ है, वो किचन में साथ देती है, देखते 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 उसकी हैबिट हो जाती है, वो सीख जाते हैं। लाइकवाइज इफ यू डू प्रैक्टिस, इफ यू डू इंटर्नशिप, if you work with the teacher in the class, you are learning the skill. If you are away, you are not learning the skill. And then neither you have a knowledge nor skill, then where is wisdom? Where is the prudence? And the prudence of law, where is jurisdom? Are you? Then nowadays what is happening? One person in NAC asked me that how many people are employed or how many people you are giving placement. Nowadays there is a craze of placement. You are ready to pay the colleges which provide you placement. नहीं है? आप काशी विद्यापीठ में आ रहे हैं, यहाँ भी आप प्रोफेसर रंजन साहब को कहते होंगे साहब आप प्लेसमेंट दो। क्या सर प्रेशर पर पड़ता है आपको? जरूर पड़ता होगा, प्लेसमेंट चाहिए। क्या आप सच बात बोलो भाई, कहते हो ना कि प्लेसमेंट दीजिए, तो भाई हमसे पूछा तो हमने तो सीधा झाड़ दिया। हमसे कहा, आपने कहा कि किस बात का प्लेसमेंट भाई? वी आर प्रोड्यूसिंग लॉ ग्रेजुएट्स एंड लॉ इज ए प्रोफेशनल कोर्स, तो प्लेसमेंट किस बात का? प्लेसमेंट इज ए कंसेप्ट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट, जहां नौकरी चाहिए, नौकरी। अरे हम तो प्रोफेशनल हैं, हम नौकरी क्यों देंगे किसी को भाई? आई एम प्रोड्यूसिंग लॉ ग्रेजुएट्स। और एक शिल्पी जैसे पत्थर को काट कर एक मूर्ति बनाता है, मैं वो बना रहा हूं। वो तो स्वयं अपने आप में एक इमेज है, एक स्टैचू, एक ऐसा जिसको लोग देखने के लिए जाएंगे उसके सामने सिर झुकाएंगे। मैं वो तराश रहा हूं, वो बना रहा हूं, उसके पास आएंगे लोग, वो किसी के पास नहीं जाए। प्लेसमेंट किस बात का? प्रोफेशनल कोर्स है। डॉक्टर को नौकरी चाहिए, डॉक्टर के लिए तो सैकड़ों लोग बीमार हैं और खोज रहे कि डॉक्टर अच्छा हो। आप देखिए, आप यदि एक साधारण फिजिशियन खोज लीजिए, पटना में 4-5 फिजिशियन के बाद अच्छे फिजिशियन नहीं है। राजधानी आप अपने वाराणसी में ही खोज लीजिए, कितने फिजिशियन है आपके, मेडिसिन स्पेशलिस्ट कितने हैं। आप अपने ही वाराणसी में ही खोज लीजिए कितने क्रिमिनल लॉ स्पेशलिस्ट हैं, कितने लॉयर्स कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल लॉ स्पेशलिस्ट हैं, उंगली पर गिनेंगे आप। यू कैन काउंट ऑन फिंगर्स। knowledge, skill and wisdom. When knowledge you have to study the text, read the text, whatever is prescribed in your courses thoroughly. If it is statutory, then bare act, you must read thoroughly. Secondly, after that, discussion in the class lecture is very very important. Whatever may be the standard of a teacher, आपकी नजर में शिक्षक का लेवल जो भी हो, कोई मतलब नहीं, आपसे ज्यादा जरूर जानता है। Listen to, मैं अपनी बात बताता हूँ कि मैं कॉलेज से बहुत दूर रहता था, and the class first period was of 7 to 7 बजे से क्लास शुरू। फैमिली लॉ का क्लास अक्सर मेरा छूट जाता था, पहुंच नहीं पाता। एंड आई एम टेलिंग यू, मैं पास किया, सब कुछ किया, मार्क्स आए, वो तो याद करके हमने कर लिया, लेकिन बाद में हमको समझने में भारी दिक्कत। एंड व्हेन आई वाज अलॉटेड टू टीच फैमिली लॉ, मैंने प्रिंसिपल से कहा सर ये पेपर मेरे गले नहीं उतर रहा है, कहा पढ़ाना होगा, कोई लेने वाला नहीं। आई took up it as a challenge and started reading the text, and I consulted family law lawyers. क्योंकि वीकनेस कहाँ है मैं जान रहा हूँ, मेरे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, और जब मैं नहीं समझ पा रहा हूँ तो आपको कैसे समझाऊंगा। आई कंसल्टेड फैमिली लॉ लॉयर्स, मैंने साफ साफ कहा सर मैं